statement. We'll take some questions for Jackson first, then Coach.
Yeah, excited to get win number 2 and 16th straight sellout at Jordan-Hare. Our fans are incredible, and glad our kids played hard for them tonight. It wasn't. I'm sure we can find some things to complain about. Probably offensively and special teams wise. I thought defensively we were physical. We flew around. I think held them to negative rushing yards, which is first time since 2001 that an Auburn team's done that. 14 tackles for losses, 6 sacks. Thought our defense really played hungry and physical and kind of set the tone for the night. And just good to give our fans that kind of a game here at home. We've got 7 opportunities here, and they have to matter. And we have to defend this place, and there's no excuse for us not to play with great passion, particularly here. And proud to get the first win here and be 1-0 in Jordan-Hare.
Start with Jacob, then we'll go Brian, then Mike G.
Coach, you on a night like this where you had a lot of defensive guys get into the rotation, Xavier Atkins had a really, really big night, several tackles, couple of sacks. What do you see out of him and what his role can be?
Yeah, he's going TikTok crazy in there. I hope he can shoot some good ones tonight, I guess. He tried to get me in on a couple of them. I think he did, so I don't know. He's one of a kind now, and his motor never stops, and good to see him have success tonight for sure.
Coach, how pleased were you with the efficiency that Jackson showed out there? I think he was like a percentage point short of setting the Auburn completion percentage record.
Yeah, we should have said it somehow, some way. I didn't know that, but probably would have. The only ones that he really didn't complete, I probably they were really soft, and I probably called a couple too many down the field shots that caused him to get pressure. Or if I'd have stuck with what I knew was there, he'd probably been, I think he's 24-28, probably would have been probably 28-28 if I hadn't called some down the field things truthfully. So I thought he had an excellent night of taking what they gave, used his legs when he needed to, and thought it was a really solid night, obviously.
Jackson, last week was a game of patience with the run game. You just said tonight was more of a game of patience in the passing game, just to take those short throws, to take those throws. How much patience did it take to have that kind of night?
Yeah, it took a lot. And, I think drawing from last game and seeing, being patient in the run game and, not being able to throw a ball a ton kind of helped us out this week, and knowing that, we take the little wins, take the 5-6 yard hitches and keep on moving the chains. And I felt like we did a good job of that tonight. And truth be told, you can ask Coach Freeze, you could have thrown probably 10 more hitches out there tonight. Little things like that. We keep the chains going, keep the momentum going, and keep the offense moving.
Coach, last season your defense kept you in every single game. Through 2 games, though, your offense is averaging 40 points a game. Can you talk about what it's like to maybe have the hope that you guys can score at a rate that will help you kind of match what the defense is doing out there?
Yeah, it's that's the hope. That's the plan. We want to be a fundamentally efficient scoring machine that, we'd like to, average right at 38 to 40 a game. And if you do that, you're going to win a lot of football games. Obviously, there's times where it's going to get harder, but if we stay ahead of the chains, I really think we can be really effective and balanced. And that was the goal tonight is to try to be really balanced. I honestly know what the run pass ratio was, but the goal is for us to be really balanced. And I thought tonight we took a step toward that for sure.
All right, Coach, it looked like in the first half that there was a concentrated effort to not run Jackson on design quarterback runs. He had a couple where he had to scramble out, trying to keep that to just handing off and just throwing the ball out of the pocket. It changed a little bit in the second half, but was there a game plan that you did not want him running it, designed like he did as much last week?
We called one quarterback run. It was a draw. That was it. The rest of them were him. Whenever he chose to run, we just didn't have any of those in the game plan tonight, truthfully. I mean, obviously, I have a parking lot on our call sheet that we can go to if need be, but just didn't see the need in calling those tonight. So I think we called a quarterback draw. Did we or did we not? I think it may have been with Deuce, actually. I don't know if we called any quarterback runs with Jackson. So those were just him being an athlete and a football player when we called a down the field pass and the soft coverage just didn't allow it.
For Jackson, you and Eric Singleton come in as transfers. You find him twice tonight. Can you speak to the chemistry you have with him and just how he sees the field as a receiver?
Yeah, no, I thought he played a great game tonight. He has a knack for getting open and finding space. I thought he did a great job tonight. And to be quite honest, the first touchdown couldn't be more open. So shout out to Coach Freeze on that one. But his 2 touchdowns were great scripted plays. Yeah, I mean, I thought he did a great job tonight getting open, finding space, and going out and making plays.
For Hugh, just kind of instant impressions. What did you think of Deuce's performance late in the game?
Yeah, I was kind of shocked he didn't complete more balls. Every time you've thrown him in a scrimmage, he's lit it up, and I couldn't see on the field really if, and it might, it could be the route was a little off or I know one of them, the first one I think he hit Bryce in the hands and it was a drop. The next one, I think he was expecting Sam to maybe work an inside stem a little bit. But I can't remember the rest of them. Did a good job on that third down play, finding the tight end as his hot read. And then I actually thought that was a quarterback called Reed, and I thought he was close to getting out, and we were going to see how fast he was.
Coach, your wide receivers, there was a lot of criticism about, not getting them the ball a lot in the Baylor game. But tonight you had 4 wide receivers get more than 30 yards. You were able to move the ball around a lot tonight. Just what was the biggest difference from from tonight to last week?
I really don't care if we get criticized if we rush for over 300 and win a Power 4 game. So I don't know about any criticism. Obviously, we believe in our receivers. Believe in all of them. I think we're very talented in that room. And, man, I want everybody to get touches. I really do. I love spreading it around. I love seeing different receivers get their touches and tight ends too and running backs. And so it's obviously good that I think we rushed for 224 and threw for almost 300. And so that's a pretty good night to spread it around for those guys. Good to get them involved for sure.
Coach, with Damari out, how beneficial was it for Jeremiah to be in there, run those 2 long touchdowns, just for his confidence and just for him to see those holes and get through?
I've said several times this summer that I really thought he would be one that had a breakout year, and I still believe that. And tonight, he even took a step toward that. I think he's a very talented back. Still has a little. Pass pro is a little he's working and getting better at it. Depends on who he's matched up with, You wish you were a little heavier for some of the pass pros in this league. But the few times he did tonight, he did really well, and we could have probably given him 5-6 more carries, and he would have had a huge night. He probably averaged, I bet, close to 10 yards a carry. 11, I would guess. That's a pretty dang good night. So with Damari being out, good to see him step in there, and then obviously we got him out pretty quick in the second half. With we don't want to be without him and Damari. Even though I thought Darrell came in and Omar and had some really solid runs, you like to have the maturity of Jeremiah and Damari.
Coach, we saw Towns kind of limp off the field a little bit after attempting that field goal there. Do you have an update on how Towns is doing?
All I was told in the game is they were going to have to evaluate him, but he didn't think he could go. And I'm glad you brought that up because I thought Gibbs' leg looked electric. Those kickoffs were like towering. And so, man, that's awesome that you lose an incredible kickoff guy like Towns, and for Gibbs to come in and perform so well, you're happy for that too. And certainly hope Towns is okay, but I really haven't heard other than he was out for the remainder of the game.
Hey, Jackson, your top 4 receivers all had 4 catches or more tonight. Just how easy is it for you as a quarterback when you have all those different weapons and you know that you can kind of spread it around? It's not just 1 or 2 guys, but you had 4 all have big nights.
No, I think it's good that I can go out and drive at any point in time and look out to my left, to my right, and be comfortable who I'm throwing to. It's not just I look out at X and I see Cam's out there. And I know I need to throw to that guy. You know, I got dudes all across the field that I can spread the ball to.
Jackson, first home game night, Jordan-Hare. Talk about that.
Yeah, it was awesome. Obviously was here last year. Didn't play in that game, unfortunately, but I thought the atmosphere was electric tonight. The fourth quarter show was awesome. Light show was awesome. The fans brought the intensity, especially when we got down there when they got down in the red zone and had all those calls and stuff. I thought it was electric tonight. I thought the fans were awesome.
Go Brian, Mike G, don't finish.
You, Xavier Atkins, Keyron Crawford had 2 sacks apiece. Just what you think about their play tonight?
Yeah, like I said earlier, X I thought was all over the place, and that's the way he's practiced in fall camp. And Keyron, I think, has gotten better and better since the off season. I think his speed to power rush and his bendability, flexibility off the edge has made him a tough matchup, and good to see both. I thought we harassed the pocket, you know, pretty much all night with several guys, and I think Jared Smith got his first sack tonight too, which he was pretty excited about that. It's good to see those freshmen playing well. I thought Fagans and Winters played really good at safety. So a lot of and Woodby, we moved to nickel, and he played a lot of snaps tonight. So there's 3 true freshmen back there that are playing a lot of snaps. But good to see those guys get pressure up front.
Jackson, you opened your career at Auburn with a big win on the road versus Baylor. Now you come and you get your first win here. Coach Freeze brought you here. He put a lot of faith in you. Can you talk about your relationship with Coach Freeze and how it's helped you be a better quarterback and what that journey has been like with coach and quarterback?
Yeah, I'm obviously super appreciative of Coach Freeze bringing me in and really just believing in me, you know, when other people wouldn't. Bringing me in, trusting me, handing me the keys to this offense, and allowing me to have a full offseason to really build chemistry with this team and go through spring ball and summer and fall camp like that. And, you know, I think going into fall camp and going into season, I feel like we've been on the same level for just about everything going into the game, whether it's, you know, tonight taking the easy ones, throwing hitches, or whether it's certain reads that I need to check out of. The first touchdown of the night for Cobb was a play that we checked out of. And had Cobb had a huge play. Little things like that, just being on the same page and what Coach Freeze wants on the offense and what looks he wants to run plays into has been really beneficial for us so far this year.